you know, it's just a deeper level of focus when you get up to this point in the season. But just having some experience in the past has helped me this
And
year.
for the young kids out there who play on the loaded AAU teams, how were you able to adjust but still be the player that you are with the team that you are? You know, you hear super team a lot, but we've seen super teams before that hasn't been able to reach the pinnacle.
Yeah, I just think just coming in and wanting to prove yourself with the work first, wanting to fit in the locker room personality-wise, not trying to, you know, control every situation, you know, because coming from the team I was on before, I felt like, you know, everything was evolved around me as a player and how I felt, and I tried to shun that as much as possible because it's a team atmosphere, and I want everybody to feel important.
Well, you've done a great job.
I appreciate it. So I just try to come in and learn as much as I can from the guys, from the coaching staff, but continue to just, you know, press forward as a player as well, which is working hard every single day, being confident in myself.
Sweet. I know you've been producing some shows and videos.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to ask a follow-up question about that because I know it, but it seems like you're very passionate about that. Tell us why.
Man, I just want to tell a story around basketball. You know, we all have unique journeys, and we all got taught the game a different way in different environments. You know, you come from Florida, I come from Maryland, and, you know, we meet up at this point as men to discuss basketball. I think that journey in between, you know, making it from a kid up until now is just so much you can talk about, and I want every basketball player to, you know, give off their, you know, share their experiences with someone else because it might help them in their profession as well. So I think basketball does a lot for, you know, team building, chemistry, bonding, and, you know, just growing as a whole individual.
What about the music?
I'm still learning that, man.
Now, are you producing? Do you do any production-wise, or
I tried, man. I tried.
Or you're a writer.
I try to just be creative. You know, who knows what it is? You know, sometimes I may write stuff down, or I may produce, or you know. So you know, we all need an outlet.
Pastime.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. Let's see, what's else? What's your favorite thing to watch on TV?
I'm watching. There's a lot of shows out now. I just got into Game of Thrones, so I'm on the first season of Game of Thrones. I'm really locked in right now. So
really?
There's so much on right now too.
Exactly. What about your favorite movie?
Come on, man.
What's the best movie you've seen lately?
Infinity War, the Avengers movie.
Okay. Now, what's your all-time favorite movie? You can give me three.
All right, I give you three.
Because it's hard to sometimes talk to people.
Sandlot is one. I grew up on that. Goodfellas. Boys in the Hood.
Yes. Also, I know you're into tech and apps. What do you look for in a good startup?
Just passion.
Okay, so if I'm coming in and say, hey, I need your advice on, I'm trying to start an app.
Yeah.
How would you lead me into being successful, getting started more so than the long journey?
Well, just for one, you got to make sure your product is tight. You know, what you're selling to the people is the most important thing. But outside of that, the passion that you have for determination to continue to keep progressing and growing, that's something I look for. And, you know, just that appropriate fear for what may happen. You know, I don't want to just throw fear out because that's a dangerous word, but just that, you know, paranoia for what you want to do and how you want to get better. And I can see that through people.
Now, do you have any apps on the way that you can talk about?
No, I'm just more so invest in new tech, new startups. You know, we have this one thing that we did last summer, but it's starting to resurface now. Is it's a drone where you can kind of, once you set it up, it follows you itself. It's called Skydio. I think it's going to take off here pretty soon. Technology.
Technology. This is amazing with technology, like what we're doing here.
Exactly.
What's your favorite moment with a fan in the NBA Finals? Like any experience. It can be yesterday or I mean, you've been here 3 times, so.
Last year after Game 5, man, after we won the title, I was pulling out of the parking lot, and you know, fans were just surrounding my car, and I got out, and we just celebrated togetger, man. It was just such a cool moment because, you know, the fans mean so much to us.
You know what? I did see that.
Yeah.
So, I think I was a couple cars behind you holding us up. No, I was kidding. No, that's a great moment. No, it's supposed to happen.
But yeah, the fans do such a good job of supporting us all year and all throughout our careers as well. So,
what do you think is the most? Who do you think is the most fashionable player on the team?
Nick Young by far. He tries a little harder than everybody else, but You know, he has some good fashion
Tries a
sense.
little hard. If an actor were to play you in a movie, who would it be?
The go-to is Denzel, but he's a little older. That's what every
right.
young black man says,
I think so.
Denzel, but Michael B. Jordan, I guess. He's a young, up-and-coming actor from the Bay Area.
He's gonna have to grow though. He's a little dude, right?
Yeah. Camera angles are good in life.
Facts. All right. Your mom is always in the arena cheering you on.
Yeah.
Just like my mom has been. So I know how important she is to you. What's the best piece of advice she's given you along the years or recently? You know, that sticks to you even with all the success you've had. Like right now, sometimes when, you know, I think young athletes and people in the world need to understand this is a great life. He's in the finals, but we still have rough days. You can go home and perform, but yet you go home and just sit home like whatever. But you can always go back to a piece of advice that she said.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man, just that thirst for knowledge. She always encouraged me and my brother to ask questions and to think for ourselves. And that's something I carry throughout the game. You know, like you said, you have your up and down days, days where, you know, you try to figure stuff out and it's hard.
Right.
But that constant search of, you know, trying to figure something out is what she drilled in our heads as kids,
Right.
and you know, up until today. And just try to, every time I step on the court, off the court, anywhere, I just try to continue to have that thirst.
And I
for
want
knowledge.
you guys to hear, one thing you did say is not be afraid to ask questions. That's the most important thing. If you don't ask, you won't know. You know, and I think that's how you gain knowledge. Not being embarrassed and feeling stupid when you ask questions. It's like you always say, there's no stupid question because obviously you need that answer, you need that knowledge. So that's how you get it. And my mother has told that to me. That's why I wanted to point that out.
Yeah, most definitely.
Talk about the first court that you played on where you learned how to play basketball.
Oh, man, I remember walking into the rec center. It was in Sea Pleasant, Maryland, which is about 10 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. And I walked into the gym, no expectations, and I seen 10s or 20s of kids just running up and down the floor. And I wanted friends at that time. 8 years old. I tired of hanging with my brother every day. I wanted some new friends. And once I picked up a basketball, man, it just felt like I stepped into, like, you know, euphoria. You know what I'm saying? Into heaven. And it just felt so relaxed and free. And it's been history since.
Segue. It's the first time you dunked. How old were you?
I remember like it was yesterday. I was 13. I was in 8th grade. And I was about 6'1". And I'm coming down the lane. I raised up one hand. I closed my eyes. Boom. And
Success.
I dunked it. I was just like, you know what, let me just try it. You know, I've been trying for so long. And that was a proud moment.
Who has the best celebration in the NBA right now?
Probably Westbrook. His intensity after he dunks and the way he gets the crowd involved, it makes you want to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
It's contagious.
What legend would you want to have on your team in the NBA Finals?
There's a tie between MJ and Kobe, two guys that I think are head above everybody else that ever played the game, and just their will to win is something that's, like I said, contagious and makes you a better player as an opponent as well.
What's the most embarrassing song you know all the words to?
It's a Taylor Swift song. I forget the name of it. And it was one of her singles a couple years ago. That was, when I sung that in the locker room, my teammates looked at me kind of sideways.
All right, we're going to wrap it up Twitter with this. Who's your favorite person to follow on Twitter?
Brian Colangelo.
There it is. It's a wrap. Appreciate you.
No doubt, brother.